Hi, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Trading Room recap for Thursday, March the 26th. My name is Barry Enerson. I'm the moderator of the room. This is the address to get in, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Before I look at the trades, let me just show you IBB. As you know, the biotech index has been just slammed. It's down a little bit, but it's not down 10 or 20 or 30 like it's been in the last few days. So maybe it is starting to stall, and maybe we'll start to see some bounces. And you're going to see I took one trade today, mainly because the index was moving up, and there were a lot of bios that were moving. Here is the daily chart. Let's take a look so you can see. Here we are right now. This is yesterday's. Look at that huge candle. So even though we are still down, but maybe, just maybe, the bleeding has stopped. Perhaps this area right here has served to be a bit of a support area, and the bios can continue. And again, if people wonder why do I concentrate so much on the bios? It's because they can give us the biggest bang for the buck in the shortest period of time. So they're exciting to play. They're a challenge, but they are exciting to play. All right, so let's take a look at the trades that I discussed in the room today, took and posted in the room today. Five. Now, my custom setup, and again, I'm very sorry, but this is mine. This is something that, just to give you a little history, this is something that way back when I wasn't part of Trade Ideas at all, I paid for this strategy. I probably was one of the first people to get one of these strategies. This is when when they were taking strategies, testing them with the odds maker, developing them, and it was called their execution consulting business. So this is something that I bought. It's almost 3 years ago now. So and it's starting to work again. As I said, I have to tweak it a lot. I have to change some filters. I have to change filter values. So, but it's definitely like I call it my custom, and that's exactly what it is. So, but I'm happy to share the alerts with people in the room. If you're in the room, very happy to share them. I'm not going to keep that a secret, but this is certainly something that I will just keep for myself. I think you know that. Most people ask me for the strategies that I'm using, and I'm happy to give you them. This is about the only one that I've kind of refrained from doing. Anyway, let's take a look at five. Five came up, and I think five had earnings. In fact, let me just see. Do I have an earnings day? Yeah. So five. Yeah, this should be. Let me just back this up. So five had earnings today, or yesterday when the market closed, and so I got the alert at 35.79. Now this didn't work out fabulously. Got the alert right here. Took the trade at 35.82. It really ran quickly and exited some here at 36.11 as it broke through the whole number. Really thought it was going to keep going, but it just stalled, came back down, and basically exited here at my buy at 35.82. So hi, sorry about that. I knew there was something wrong with this arrow. I exited right here as it broke down through the whole number. So didn't make very much on it, but these you never know. This could have just kept flying and flying and flying. That's why I'm starting to really like this custom strategy again. The next one came off it again. RHT, Red Hat. Again, I think is it an earnings play? Yeah, earnings yesterday afternoon after the market closed. So 7401 was my alert. So let's just take a look at Red Hat. Now, unfortunately, again, this was very spready. It was hard to get into, and it's very hard to see. But I took the trade. Let me see if I can expand this just a little bit. Well, not that easy. I took the trade at 7407 and actually exited at 7410. It says 11 there, but it actually 10. So for really next to nothing. But you see, got out on this tail here. You see how these tails were. And it did eventually move up. And, I know there were probably some people who took it and held on to it. I wish I had, but, I've got to sort of remain true to the way I trade. And I just didn't want it to do one of these. I mean, this went from 73.81 down to 72.94, almost a dollar drop, which certainly, if you were day trading, not swing trading necessarily, but if you're going to day trade, you would have been stopped out. So, got out of it. I wasn't comfortable with it. Emotionally, I just wasn't comfortable with it. Now, the next one turned out to be really, really good. And I'm excited about this because If you were in the room today, um, this is the optimized long 30-minute. Let me just expand this so you see what's happening. 30-minute opening range break. And this worked out really, really well. If you want to copy down these numbers, you can see like I didn't take them all. Unfortunately, I didn't take them all. Diplomat or DPLO, DAL, but I did take LCI. 6383 was the alert. Okay, so what this strategy is doing is this is this is probably about 1030 right here. So it takes a look at the top of the range of the 30-minute opening range, whatever the top of it is, and when it breaks through that top, I get the alert. Now, unfortunately for me, it went too quickly. So I did, ideally I would have got in right around there, a little over the whole number, 64. I would have probably waited anyway. Even if I had been able to take the trade right there, I probably would have waited for the whole number break. This is an important part of these strategies too. Yeah, if you're using these strategies in an automated fashion, of course, then the system will try to fill you as close to 6383 as it can. I tend to, use the human touch also. And I just know that I like to take, something that's close to the whole number. I like to wait for it to break, and I might even wait for it to break the second time before taking the trade. But in this particular case, I probably, had I been able to, I would have taken the trade right around here, about 6406 as it broke through. But again, I wasn't able to take the trade. Went up too quickly. However, I wasn't going to lose sight of it. It just looked too strong. And guess what? It's in the healthcare sector. And finally, IBB, even though it's down, but it's not down 10. It's not down 15, 14 like it has been. This daily chart of IBB. I mean, this yesterday was just really tough. And so maybe it's starting to stabilize. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of a support area right there. You see how this tail hit right there, and it looks like it's almost the same as these two tails right there. So maybe we're finally starting to get a support area, and so that's what gave me. Whoops, get back to the trade LCI. So that's what gave me the confidence to take the trade, even though it looked like a bit of a chase. I thought, okay, the sector is starting to rebound. Everybody wants to get in for a while anyway. And so I took the trade right here at 65.13. I sold some right here at 65.76. And I was bound and determined. I actually said in the the room, I wanted 66.13 bid. It flashed so briefly and I exited right there just because I wanted to take, a dollar out of a trade. It's been a while since I've been able to do that, I guess. And I was, for a while there, I was doing that consistently with 2 or 3 trades a day. But so I just wanted to do it, pulled back, and I really should have taken it again right here on this pop. But I think in fact right here I may have still been. I had an extended dog walk. I think I took her out about right here, so I think I missed this anyway. So, but this would have been a nice little entry, above the high here. Take the trade right here, hold on, and then ride it up to 67.82, and that's from 66.08. So a really nice trade, for a bounce back in the healthcare sector. Speaking of healthcare sector, DPLO, another one. Now, completely missed this one. Now, DPLO came from, make sure here, again on my custom setup, but it also came on the opening range break. Remember I was telling you? I missed it right here. Look at this, 33.10 at 10.17. Oh my gosh. 33.10, even though it's already gone a long way right there. Okay, so you can see here's about 10:30. Wish I had I should be putting vertical lines in here to show you 10:30. So that's about 10:30. So right there is when I got the alert. Looks super extended, doesn't it? Now, I missed it, but it pulled back, and then when it broke it again, I took the trade right here at 34.48. Now it was a bit of a challenge. The spread was bad, and but I was able to get out some here at 34.77. And then when it started falling back, I sold the rest at 34.48 at my buy. So nothing spectacular, but what I'm really trying to draw your attention to is the fact that at 33.10, we received the opening range break, and this is turning into a really nice strategy. Again, if you take a look at all of these, this one didn't work. I don't think it worked. It worked briefly. This one worked. Lulu worked. I'm not sure if Ovis worked later, but to be fair, it probably didn't work right away. But all of them worked for a certain at least for a while. I mean, and this says to only hold it for 60 minutes with a 75-cent stop loss. Of course, again, I mean, if the stock is moving up and it's 60 minutes, I'm not going to get rid of it. I mean, why would I? But so that's where the human element comes into play. Now, the next one was WRLD, and this turned out to be it was a tough trade, but this was I alerted the room to it. This was one of those ones that was down a lot, so it was a potential reversal. And at the time I saw it. I have to move this off. I saw it about right here. So started watching it. So it has bounced only a dollar, maybe about a dollar 60, $1.60 from there. So this is still down a lot. Started watching it. When I saw this candle right there, I took the trade. It was a very tough one also. The spread was bad. Hasn't traded that much volume. And the spread was bad. So, again, as I told the room, I take just fewer shares because uh, the problem with when you get into one of these that the spread's bad, I took the trade at 79.32, but if I look at my P&L and my broker's account, I'm already down because I think the ask or the bid at that point was probably 79.10. So I'm already down 22 cents. All right, but what got me into it was it seemed like it was holding 79. So I took the trade 79.32. I exited some quickly 79.71. It's really trying to hold out for another $1 win, but I exited at 80.23 right here. I was looking for 80.32, didn't get it. Came back down. Now would have got it later, but again on this one, you never, I just couldn't take the chance that it would just fall back down a lot again, and so I had to lock in the profit. But a lot of ways, for me to make money today, again, the summary, I had my 30-minute opening range break. A lot of these are working. My up and down the most, and also my custom. A lot of things are starting to trigger. I'm going to have to tell you that you know, this custom was designed a long time ago for me, and also this one, the optimized. They're customized using the odds maker, and maybe this is a bit of a sales pitch for the odds maker, but without the odds maker, I couldn't really use these because what I have to do is I have to run the odds maker on the strategy just to see how well they're working, and if they're not working well, and by working well, I mean I want to see an equity curve that is continuing to go up. If I see a curve that is starting to come down, then I realize, you know what, this has stopped working. And is there anything I can do to tweak it? Can I change some filters? Can I add some filters, subtract some filters, change some filter values? And it's a bit of an art, bit of a science. And so, without the odds maker, though, I can never really tell if the strategy is going to continue to work. I have to rephrase that. Nothing is going to tell me if the strategy is going to continue to work. I cannot see into the future. All we can do is take a strategy, back test it, and it shows me that it was working using these filters. So all things considered, if the market doesn't have a big change or anything like that, the odds are in your favor that it will start to work or keep working. When it stops working, and that's why I'll run this every day just to see how the equity curve looks. If it starts to start coming down again, then I have to reconsider about using it or tweaking it and pulling or setting it aside for a while and pulling out another strategy. So I know I'm going on a little bit here but I'm getting a lot of questions about the odds maker now, and it's a wonderful tool. And I think they've got a special on now for about $799, which gets you the odds maker. It gets you 1 year of trade ideas, and it gets you a customized strategy that they'll develop for you. And the odds maker is a one-time fee. It's a lifetime license. So if you decide that you don't want to use trade ideas for a while, maybe you need a rest from trading, or you take a extended vacation, no problem. When you come back, the odds maker is still there waiting for you. So anyway, thanks for listening to all this. So what a great day in the room. I just want to bring back the cover page. Here again is how you get in. You can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account, and I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.